What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Weezy. Welcome to Jay Weezy's world. So I just pulled up to the gym. It is Saturday. What is it? September 13th. It's actually 3:50 in the afternoon, and so it is a late start. One thing you probably noticed is I'm not wearing black. Decided to put on a long sleeve gray shirt today. I've been asked before though, why do I always wear black? Honestly, it's not because I just love the color black, even though it is slimming. Honestly, I mentioned it before. I go on Amazon. If I'm gonna get shirts and I know I'm gonna sweat in it, I just go to Amazon. I used to go to Walmart and just pick up like this shirt right here. I got from Walmart, their men's section. It's like $7 a shirt, but I went on Amazon a while back and they have like bulk shirts, black shirts. I think it's Gildan is the brand, and you get like 10 shirts for like $30. I'm like, pfft. So just went ahead and went with black, and bought like 30 of them, and yeah, so I just swapped those out, but decided to go ahead and throw on some gray today. Gonna switch up the variety a little bit, but gonna hit some back and biceps today. Feeling pretty good. It's a late start, and I'm okay with that. It was honestly a bit of a lazy day, which sometimes is nice. The wife, she worked late last night, and then so she kind of slept in a little bit this morning, way past what she usually sleeps in, which is nice. Anybody else out there in a relationship and you see your significant other, I got up probably like 7, and then you let them sleep for a couple hours, and you kind of feel, they just let them peace, let them be in peace. You don't want to wake them up or anything like that, and because we always get up at the same time, but she had something to do, and so she slept in. And I don't know, sometimes it's like I don't know if it sounds corny, but you ever look at your significant other and you're just like, go ahead and chill, rest, like, because they're always on the go. So you like to just see them chill and kind of just relax and get some good sleep and get up at their own leisure without having to feel a rush for the day. So I wanted to kind of just get into the energy of, like, when she got up, I'm like, hey, let's just chill. And so we just relaxed for up until I decided to come to the gym. Yeah, obviously that was the plan today anyways, but she's gonna go run a couple errands. I'm here at the gym. We got the Canelo Crawford fight in the next couple hours, so I have about just over 2 hours to kind of knock this out, and which is plenty of time. So yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday, and it's definitely we are a boxing household, and I'm glad the fact it's on Netflix, because I don't do any online, like, I don't go to the sites where you get it for free. I'm a cornball, I guess. I just pay for the fight. Her and I just chill at the crib. We'll make like a charcuterie board and just kind of chill. And I don't know what we're gonna do today, just because it's a little bit different nowadays. We're very mindful as far as what we're eating. So we'll see. I'm probably gonna stop by the grocery store, get like a fruit platter or something like that. I don't know, I'll figure it out. So getting at these shoulders, sorry, not shoulders, but back and buys, hit some cardio. I like to get in another 550 to 600 calories as far as burned. We'll go ahead and see, and yeah, go ahead and get this workout in. I'm feeling good. I had a nice breakfast earlier this morning, so I feel like I'll be able to get a nice lift, and so we'll see, but time to get this work in. All right, let's go ahead and get this work on these back and biceps. So first of all, what I would ask you guys to do is, if you like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and go ahead and leave a comment and let me know what you guys think about the contents. So first thing we're going to go ahead and hit, because it's back day, we're going to go ahead and work on these wings, aka lats. We're going to go ahead and fry them up extra crispy before we bounce out of this gym. So first of all, when it comes to lat pull downs and any movement, if you guys watch my content, I'm always going to go ahead and get in a couple warm-up sets, a little bit of a lighter weight, go ahead and get it stretched out, and then go into my work-in weights. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do is grab some straps today. I got these straps that I bought a couple years ago from Pump Chasers at pumpchasers.com. Shout out Chris Beast Mode Jones. Love his content. Check out his YouTube channel if you want to go ahead and learn a thing or two. So one thing that I want to point out is I'm not sure why the camera angle is making it seem I'm kind of jerking, but you'll see a different angle here in just a minute. But what I'm doing is I'm rocking forward slightly so I can really stretch out my lat and go all the way up and come down to my chin, because my goal when I'm doing lat pull downs is to really extend and stretch out that lat and pull back down through my elbow. So if you see, I'm intentionally extending my lats all the way up and then bringing them down. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I felt super strong today. I increased the weights slightly. My goal here was 3 sets of about 8 to 10. But I ended up doing 3 sets of about 10 to 12 because I just felt like I could rep out a few more reps at the higher weight, and I wasn't going to increase the weight even more beyond that. Now we're going to go ahead and switch out the bar. I love this cambered bar when it comes to reverse curls because I feel like with the straight bar, it kind of puts my wrist kind of at a more vulnerable position, and I feel like with this cambered bar, I have a little bit of flexibility where it's more of a natural position, so I'm not messing up my wrist basically. So as always, between each set, I'm gonna go ahead and stretch out my lats. And again, I'm going to go ahead and then rock forward, stretch out that lat, and go ahead and pull back down to my chin and really get in these reverse grip pull downs. Now, if you're new to working out, this is a great movement when it comes to biceps. This is a nice bicep builder, uh, and the movement is great. So I love to follow the normal pull downs with a reverse grip. And this is the angle I was talking about. I think the first angle kind of makes it seem a little bit more dramatic, like I was pulling back a lot more than I am here. And this is just a basic motion. Get those lats stretched out and go ahead and pull them on down. I don't like to cheat. If I do, it's going to be a slight cheating, nothing that's going to be crazy. Now, what I'm going to go ahead and do again, we're going to crisp up these lats. I'm gonna go ahead and do these straight arm pull downs. Now, if you don't do straight arm pull downs, for me, I gotta lighten up the weight because it is not an easy movement. I'm gonna get in 3 sets of about 12 to 15, and I want to make sure where I'm back, where I'm not just pulling down, but I'm pulling through my lats. I honestly prefer to use a rope pull down, but that wasn't available, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this straight bar, widen out my hands, and go ahead and pull through my lats. So it's almost like I'm just getting my arms and just pulling through my armpits to really, again, crisp up those lats. And I love them. So again, it's a killer workout. Now let's go ahead and move on to rear delts. My boy Demi Rocha said, "Hey, Wheezy, go ahead and hit up those rear delts on the cable." So you know what? I said, "All right, let me go ahead and get those in." Now, for me, I like to get the cable right where my head is and then just pull straight forward. Honestly, one of the best workouts you're going to get in when it comes to rear delts, in my personal opinion. There's a lot of movements you can go ahead and do, but the cable is going to put constant tension. But let me get back to Demi. I'm going to go ahead and put his YouTube channel name right below here. It's a solid channel. He's got great content. And honestly, the dude's got great energy. So go ahead and check out his YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit subscribe because trust me, it's worth it. I felt good. Wanted to do a little pose, a little ziz for those that remember, that are old enough to remember to do before he passed. And again, I'm going to go ahead, and you're not doing a bunch of weight when it comes to rear delts on the cable. You're really going to have to test it out. You shouldn't be struggling. Granted, it hurts when you pull back. It feels good. But you need to be able to bring your hands together and stretch all the way back effectively and not just jerk, jerk, jerk. Control the weight, pull it back, and get that work in. Now, we're going to go ahead and switch over to seated rear delts. Personally, I'm using the straps today, and I'm getting in 3 sets of 10 to 12. What I didn't mention is on the rear delts, I got in 3 sets of about 10 to 12 as well. They killed me. And so with the first few movements being lat-based, I wanted to go ahead and work the middle of that back, also get in some lats too. And for me, seated cables, one of the best moves you're going to go ahead and do kind of for your whole back. And as always, I want to go ahead and hit hyperextensions. I mentioned in my core workout video, I'm really trying to work on that core, really work on that lower back. And hyperextensions is a great movement to work out that lower back because, again, I'm really trying to get my waist together. You know, wearing this gray isn't the most flattering thing, but you know what? I really don't care. I'm trying to get my workout in, make the progress, and tighten up this stomach, tighten up my back, and get to where I want to be. But I do a higher rep range when it comes to hyperextensions. I'm doing 3 sets of 15 to 20 because I really want to go ahead and move slow, down, go up with intention, go back, and really work out that lower back. And be careful, guys, because if you're doing too much weight or you're jerking too much, these can cause an injury and you be out of the game for a couple weeks or however long your body takes to recover. So be careful when it comes to hyperextensions. It's a great movement, but don't do anything foolish. Now let's go ahead and work on these peaks, these biceps. Now, similar to my shoulder workout, I wanted to focus this week on doing seated. So I'm going to go ahead and get a warm-up set. I know through the back workouts, my biceps are already warmed up, but still for me, if I'm moving on to a different body part, I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick warm-up set. And I'm going to go ahead right now and do seated bicep curls alternating. Now I'm doing 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions. And one thing I wanted to call out here that I mentioned in my previous video, again in shoulders. Sorry, I'm not trying to recall my other videos, but I mentioned that in that video that I like to do different variations. So right now I'm doing 1, 2, 1, 2, side to side, and I like to do different variations. So what you guys will see here is 1, 2, 1, 2, or it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. For me, I like to switch it up because I feel like it puts a little bit more pressure on the bicep of you're not just going to relax and wait on the other side to put in work. You're going to have some tension over these next 3 or 4 repetitions. So again, try it out. Let me know what you think. It is something that I picked up from Chris Gethin a few years ago that I feel like is just effective. But again, it's all on your personal choice. But I just wanted to call that out, that it's not just side to side. And then once I do these three threes, I'm going to go ahead and finish my final set of doing both sides together. Again, I like to go ahead and switch it up, keep the biceps guessing, keep the muscles guessing, depending on what I'm doing, or sorry, on what I'm doing. But then also do it seated so I'm not using my back and other body parts to assist with the movement. Yeah, killing me. And then here is the set where I'm going to go ahead and do both sides together. And what I do like to do is, if I can, have a slight pause at the top and then make sure I'm supernating the movement. So when I'm coming down, I'm facing the dumbbell one way and then I'm curling it on the way up to work on that both the long head and short head of the bicep, because it is 2 different muscles, aka that's why they call it a bicep, because there's 2. Clearly I'm feeling myself here a little bit. Not just getting that for the thumbnail. Now what I'm going to get in is something I actually picked up from Chris Jones, which is called Sweet 16s, or something he calls Sweet 16s. So I'm going to superset where I have a closer grip, and then I'm going to do 8 reps, and then move out to a wider grip. Super good killer workout. It's going to put some pressure on those biceps. Again, now I have a wider grip. And of course, with the cable, it's going to put constant tension on that bicep and get this, get a real solid burn into the set. And I do 3 sets of this. And honestly, and also I want to point out, the cambered bar is my preferred when it comes to this, because when I'm doing, if you don't know this, when you're doing a closer grip, you're working that long head, or sorry, the short head. And then when you're doing the wider grip, you're doing the long head. Anybody correct me if I'm wrong on that, but that's the intention and the reason why you're wanting to do different hand placements, to make sure you're working out both heads of the bicep and not just one. So I'm going to go ahead now and move on to reverse grip curls on this using the cable bar. I'm going to do 3 sets of 10 to 12. I'm going ahead logging in my weight right here. Everything I'm lifting, I mentioned in my previous videos, I log in my cell phone the weight that I'm lifting. So I'm going to go ahead and finish out the workout, 3 sets, 10 to 12 reverse grip cable curls to finish out the workout and go ahead and do my cardio. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about the content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys. Peace.